A current affair. Christmas Eve is about getting together, having a meal and doing last-minute prep for the big day. That was Katie's norm until 5 years ago when her world changed forever. This Christmas, like the four before, one very important person is missing. And her simple message to everyone is slow down and get home safe so that no one will have to go through what her family did.
2 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit.
Nicholas Hohensalaz wasn't camera shy. Confidently showing off his football skills.
Nicholas was a football coach. He was a referee. He used to work at a sporting facility. So 6 nights a week, he was doing something soccer related.
Mum Katie says Nicholas proudly wore his passion for football every day.
Before he died, had a collection of about 150 football jerseys.
Happy birthday, congratulations on turning 18. We're proud of your achievements so far.
At 18 years old, Nicholas didn't have his licence, but he loved being the passenger DJ and singer for his mates.
He had a very close, small group of friends who I trusted to make sure he got from point A to point B safely. So, yeah, that was life before the crash.
Katie says Christmas Eve in 2020 was like any normal Christmas.
I spent all Christmas Eve, like that day, preparing the food, getting everything ready, making sure the presents were wrapped. Nicholas was at his girlfriend's house. They were doing the same thing, prepping, wrapping presents. He was doing last-minute errands and things for me with her.
Nicholas came home for dinner before asking his mum if he could go back out to get dessert with his mates.
And that was a routine question. That was nothing that was out of the ordinary. So I said yes. And ultimately, that was the last time I saw him alive.
Around 11 p.m, Nicholas hitched a ride home with fellow 18-year-old Savio Camu. As they made their way through Leppington in Sydney's southwest, Camu's Mitsubishi Lancer reached speeds of 157 kilometres per hour in a 40 roadwork zone. It sparked a short police pursuit before the Mitsubishi slammed into a power pole.
I would stay awake until he got home, but this particular night I was wrecked and I had actually fallen asleep.
Katie eventually woke at 1:30 in the morning to a call from Nicholas's girlfriend.
And she said, "Nick's been in a crash, he's dead." And you just don't know how to process that.
Katie drove herself to the hospital where she spoke to 2 detectives and they confirmed Nicholas was gone.
And then I went back home. I left and I had to make those phone calls that nobody ever wishes that they had to make. To let my sister know, my mum, my dad, all those other family members that it's not a happy Christmas.
Telling Max, was that the hardest one to tell?
Yeah, absolutely.
Max is Nicholas's little brother.
Their birthdays are 1 day apart. These two, literally each other's opposites. So I don't normally cry.
Because you're a human being, Katie.
I know. I don't normally cry.
Katie tells her story almost every week now to students at road safety clinics.
And I say to kids all the time that if you're ever in Nicholas's situation and you are that passenger in the car and you feel uncomfortable and you feel scared, I know you're not going to stand up to your mates and tell them to slow down. But I always advise them to just pretend that they're going to vomit, that they're going to be sick. Because unfortunately people value their cars a little bit more than they value human life.
It's part of her work with the Road Trauma Support Group.
It's a group that you don't want membership for. You actually don't want to join this group.
And that's so astounding that you are still trying to navigate your own grief and your own loss. yet every day you turn up for others who are also trying to navigate their own grief and their own loss. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Thank you. It's just what I do. I feel like I'm a fixer. I just want to help people. This is all preventable. This should never have happened.
Driver Kamu eventually pled guilty to manslaughter. He was sentenced to 5 years behind bars with a non-parole period of 2.5 years.
You know, all he had to do was stop. At the end of the day, all he had to do was stop.
Speed accounts for about 41% of fatalities.
Traffic Highway Patrol Commander David Driver.
And so far this year, we've had 347 lives lost, 25 more than this time last year.
New South Wales Police launched their road safety campaign on December 19. Already, more than 1,000 drivers have been caught speeding.
Unfortunately, some of the speeding offences we've detected, which are particularly high, have involved provisional and learner licence drivers.
An inquest into the crash which killed Nicholas will be held next year.
So I just want to know what happened that night. Why? You didn't have any drugs in your system, you didn't have any alcohol in your system, neither did Nicholas. So you made those decisions with a very clear mind.
Katie and her family can only cling to happy Christmas memories from before the crash.
I can't ever commit to anything because we just some days don't want to live it.
Katie is now using the holiday period to send an important message.
Don't be the person who, creates this scenario for anyone else. Don't be the person who ruins another Christmas, another wedding, another christening. We're all responsible for making sure that everybody gets home safely.
Such a brave, powerful and important message. And if you are travelling on the road this holiday season,